farewell today. Travel on now, be on your way. Go safely there, and never worry, never care, be on this day.
Down for you, in essence, to simply say, don't give them drugs, give them a treatment program.
Yes, I think that we have to have a goal of having people drug-free. We have to say about our youth and about our children, we don't want them to be addicted. We don't want large groups of Americans to be in a drug rut. That we have hopes and aspirations for them. And I'm terribly afraid that this thought about putting large numbers of Americans on drugs is a very negative one and a very hopeless one. And just one additional point, we've got to talk about the kids who are from, age 13 to 20. I don't think that the mayor would think that we ought to be putting young people on it.
Some wonderful experts. Stu Gitlow, Dr. Clark, Kevin Sabbath, Will Thompson, John Kelly,
Works just fine.
Would you be shocked to learn that a bunch of recovering alcoholics and addicts would like to rent the house next door to you? Well, the man who would like to make that happen is Paul Malloy. Why does he want to put those people next door to you? And who is he anyway? Let me read a description of you that I read. Former drinker of 2 fifths of Canadian Club a day, former wife beater, former mental patient, former street drunk. True?
Yes. All of those things occurred, before I finally stopped drinking.
Paul Malloy and his wife Jane were 2 ambitious kids from Vermont who wanted to make their mark in Washington. Malloy hit the halls of Congress by day and the bottles by day and night. He thought he was smart enough to become the world's first successful practicing alcoholic.
I had sort of been the yuppie of my day, I suppose, in the late 60s, in that I was a Republican counsel of the Senate Commerce Committee and got involved in creating Amtrak and a lot of federal election campaign. I had a lot of important legislation.
All the time you were drunk?
Yeah.
Malloy's wife divorced him, and he ended up on the street. Finally, in an effort to get help, he went into treatment, and then checked into a halfway house, only to find out the house was about to shut down. He and the other residents, afraid they might relapse without the house, decided to rent it themselves. Then they did something unheard of. They decided to run it themselves. No staff, no paid counselors. It was called Oxford House. It was such a success that Malloy and his friends opened another house, and then another and another. 15 years later, there are more than 200 around the country.